Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host. Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood podcast. We got Joe Cummins in the house, in the neighborhood. Joe come out of the neighborhood, and so I'm going to give you a little background on it. Joe Cummins. First, I don't really know. All I can remember is I met Joe. He lived on Marimonte in 84th, you know. Do you remember what you started going to Russell? Joe?
That's elementary. I don't remember quite the year, but I met you when I was like 6.
Did you graduate from Russell?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he graduated at least from Russell. I mean, I know he was chasing little girls around the neighborhood. You know, who did you have a crush on in the neighborhood?
Man, you was fighting over a girl trying to get her a peach.
Oh, well, yeah, I remember that. I went high and got a peach. He went higher trying to get that peach. Joe grew up in the neighborhood, and we're going to talk a little bit about him. But Joe, no matter what, Joe made them football teams, and it wasn't easy. Was it easy, Joe?
No, sir.
I remember being 10 or 11, and I got sick that year, and Joe and David Sullivan and them, they made the football team. Roosevelt Park, ain't that right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Joe, was it hard making that team?
The hardest thing I ever did in my life.
It was harder than boot camp?
No, it wasn't harder than boot camp. But it was hard because there was a lot of talent out there. And I was blessed to make the team.
There was a lot of talent.
And I came to your house to let you know I had my uniform. You was very upset because you caught the flu.
Yeah, oh man, I was upset. I'm gonna tell you, Joe them is cold-blooded. Him and David Sullivan, every Saturday, they'll put their uniform on and come to my house just so I could see them with their uniform on. They was cold-blooded, man. Joe, who was really on that team that was real tough?
Oh, the meanest one I knew was Russell Franklin. He played middle linebacker. He got MVP every year, and he played defense. He was a tough boy.
Was he tough?
He was tough. Rusty was tough. Russell Franklin.
But he wasn't the biggest guy.
No, he wasn't big, but he was hitting you. He was lighting everybody up. I mean, he averaged about 8-9 tackles a game. Yeah, he was a very good middle linebacker. Well, and then the next year, Brown made the team.
Wait a minute. We ain't going to get there. Yeah, I did make the team next year. I was playing Pee-wee. Joe had moved up to midget. So, Joe, when it's time to make the midget team, was it tough making the midget team?
Every time you moved up, you know, we grew up in the ghetto. It was so much talent out of there. We had one, which he was a celebrity, Roger Mosley. He was coaching the team when I moved up to midget.
But, Joe, let me ask this question, because I kind of remember some things vaguely. They had you running, right, Joe?
Woo, man. You was running probably about 10 miles a day. That's all you did was run. They never wanted you to do no plays or throw the ball. All you did was ran to make the team. And, you know, one time I was in last place. And Roger told me, you better get up in the middle of that crowd. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. But I got in the middle of the crowd, but my chest was bleeding.
Look here, I'm going to tell y'all, boy, Joe was running. And, you know, back then, there was no different colors where people were in with jersey with numbers and all of that. They just had on all white. Boy, Joe be running out them practice pairs. Them practice pairs, he had to pull them practice pairs up. I said, boy, look at here. It's rough out here, I'm telling you, man. And I was playing Pee-wee. Joe had moved up to midget. So when you moved up to midget, was Russell still the number one man?
He was the number one man, lighting everybody up. Russell Franklin. I'll never forget him. He lived right down the street from Butchie, but I had him in an angle. I was on 84th, he was on 85th. And, you know, his mother and father, they really helped the team. They was there. Me and Butchie, mother and father, never went to no games.
Well, you didn't have to go and tell them my mama and daddy wasn't there.
Neither one. your mother, my father, they wasn't there.
That's
but
right.
Russell Franklin, mother and father supported him.
Yes.
You know, me and Butchie just hung in there. You know, I asked my mother one day to come to the game. She told me just like this. She said, nigga, I gotta feed you. She said, I ain't got no damn time to watch you up at no park, but it hurt my feelings, but I still went up to the park and played hard.
Well, let me say this. Yeah, she had to feed him because she had Anthony, which is Chubby, which became Meathead, Joe, Nolan, Carter, Deck, and was it any more, Joe?
Nah, that was it.
That was the starting five. And Barry had to take care of them, you know? So I understand what she was saying.
Yeah, she was a good mother, man. She used to walk us to school and Butchie would be with her. She didn't have on shoes. We couldn't be ashamed of them because we loved my mother so much. She would walk us to school barefooted. And I loved my mother to death because she fed us all when I was young.
Yeah, Joe, and I'm glad you were able to express that because back then it was a lot tougher. Some families had more and some didn't. Because even when I look at it today at Russell Franklin them house, that house wasn't big.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It was really small. But growing up as kids, we don't really know what a big house or a little house, you know, that wasn't a factor to us. So Mary really, really took good care of them. I used to go over Joe's house. They love sports now. I go in their room. What y'all have all over the wall, Joe?
Football pictures. We had Rams, Steelers, and you know, it was just something that we did to stay out of trouble.
Right.
You know, me and Butchie never gang banged. It wasn't that we were scared or nothing, but you know, we just never got caught no gangs.
So tell me, Joe, being little out there young, how did you make some money?
I sold papers, candies, and Butchie him get up an hour late. I've been unsold 20 papers.
Joe be way over there in the factory selling papers. Could have kidnapped him or anything.
Yeah.
But Joe would get up and sell those papers. I couldn't get out there. It was too rough for me. I couldn't keep up with it. By the time I get ready and sell some papers, they done sold it to all the people already. I said, man, you used to get 4 cents for a $10 paper, right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
And 10 cents for the 25-cent paper.
Yeah.
That's how much papers was back in the day. And now people don't even really sell papers no more like that,
Nope.
you know. But Joe had to make a living. Now I'm gonna say it's a time when Joe Daddy had us working. You remember that?
Yeah, Pops was cold. he had all of us working. He made Butchie come. Butchie said, I ain't coming no more, but he used to always come. My father had us getting bottles, cans, and man, we'll see him getting a bunch of money. So he would ask all of us, what y'all want from McDonald's? We say a Big Mac, quarter pounder, you know, we all say different things. He go in McDonald's and come out with a bag full of hamburgers and throw them on the back of the truck without a soda. You know, we struggled. We had hiccups eating hamburgers, you know, and he never gave us nothing but a burger, and we worked hard.
Man, let me tell y'all about this man, Mr. Eddie. We be in the backyard. He got trash cans full of bottles. See, y'all looking at bottles when they whole bottles. These bottles wasn't whole. They breaking the bottles, crushed glass. We ain't even have on gargles.
We didn't have on gloves or nothing.
Man, listen, go ahead, Jen. Let me tell you something. Eddie had an old truck. Back then, kids could ride on the back of the truck. They can't ride on the back of trucks no more. We be on that old truck. Little kids go down there, and if Eddie gave us that hamburger, so now we looking for some money. Eddie would give us 1 quarter. I'm like, man, look here. But a quarter would get you a soda and some chips back then. Back then. But Eddie wasn't going to give you no more than that. Eddie getting all the money, working us like we, you know. I want to say
He worked us bad, man. We had cuts on our hands. Eddie didn't care nothing about our hands.
Let me tell you about his daddy again. Joe, y'all had what in the middle of the house, in the living room?
I can't remember, Brian.
A pool table.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
we had a pool table. That was in the back in that little garage thing. We had a pool table.
Man, Eddie, look here. I don't know. It was so long ago.
It was in the back.
It was in the back?
Yeah, it was in the back.
Let me tell you something, man. His daddy's so cold. We don't even know how to shoot pool. But he'll have us shooting, right? We don't get no shots. We don't get no shots. He just knocking in balls, walking around with a cigar in his mouth. Eddie was a tough man.
Yeah, old Eddie bust that 8-ball, and we never had a chance to win, and he didn't care. He say next. And, we knew we was going to lose. We never got a shot, but, Pops was a cold dude, man, because, he taught me that whatever you do more than one thing, He sold bottles. I sold papers. I sold candy. I mean, Pops taught me a lot for us just doing more than one thing. But the only thing I'm different from him, he never gave. I give.
Yeah.
Pops never, Butchie say all the time, I ain't going. And he tell Butchie, get your ass on the truck. And Butchie just get on the truck. And Butchie say, all we gonna do is get a hamburger, But Butchie kept coming down there, though.
Hey, I stayed at Joe's them house. He had a younger brother named Chubby, right? This is Chubby. I come down there to really see Joe, but Joe might be doing something. I'm playing with Chubby. Boy, Joe get mad as I don't know what. You two-faced it. All this other stuff. You two-faced it. Then he want to try to jump on me. You know what I'm saying? Joe, why did you do that to me, Joe?
Man, you was my friend. You wasn't Chubby friend. You was supposed to come down there and play with me, not with Chubby. You did all of a sudden you playing with him. I was jealous.
Ooh, boy, he was jealous.
Yeah,
Man.
Me and Mr. Butchie, we called hell growing up. We called hell because we learned everything the hard way. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like we had the best clothes. We didn't have nothing. Both of our families was poor, but somehow our families got things for him. Right. His father used to bring a truck full of oranges, and we go in there, we get sick on oranges, T-Boy, he was a mean dude, man. One day, I never ate cornbread and buttermilk. Butchie influenced me to get some cornbread. I didn't want the buttermilk. We in the closet eating, and T-Boy got mad because it wasn't but a little bit left. He started whooping both of us. I was scared to tell my father and mother, He whooped both of us, but Butchie the one say get the cornbread, but, we was country too, though. T-Boy was country.
Boy, T-Boy was country, man. Look at, we had chickens, goats,
pigs.
Now, this is the city.
And right in the city.
Huh?
We seen them kill the pig.
You know what I'm saying?
We seen them kill the pig.
Kill all the chickens, break their neck, pop their neck, But that's what they did back in there.
Fresh food, man.
Yeah, my mother, we had chicken. I liked the chicken. She know the one I like. She wringed the neck and put it in hot water. Had me crying and fried it and made me eat it.
Go eat his pet, huh?
Yeah.
Man, look here. I'm going to tell you, going down to Joe's house was different. Joe them had a basement. You understand me? You remember that basement,
Yeah,
Joe?
that basement. We used to go down there all the time.
Boy, growing down to Joe's house, then they had a dog. Didn't y'all have a dog?
A Labrador. And back then, it was not being racial or nothing. It was a white man living next door. So one day he started yelling over the fence at us because we was in his front yard and my dog bit his nose off. He stuck his head over the fence and the dog bit his nose off. Nothing happened. Nothing didn't happen after that. Police didn't come or nothing.
Look, now this is how cold Joe them is. Your dog is bad. I'm a kid. Put your dog up, Joe. Well, you want me to come and play in your backyard? Put your dog up. they don't know how to just go and put the dog up. You know, they want to play and, man, I'm not finna come in your backyard and your dog gonna get me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't have sense enough to get the dog, take him in the basement, lock him up, whatever you gonna do. Joe then was cold down there. And then, you know, his mother would be looking out the kitchen window. If the people coming by that window acting up, Joe, what'd she do?
Cuss him out.
Mary would cuss them out in a minute. Didn't care who it was or how tough they were. Would Mary cuss them out?
Yes. Everybody knew it.
Yeah, everybody knew it. Mary wasn't scared of nobody.
Nah.
I'm telling you, boy, Mary wasn't scared. So Joe, we played football. Joe had it real tough when he played football, huh, Joe?
Yes, sir.
What position you was playing?
Offensive guard.
Was it easy?
It was hard. If I missed the block, I was in trouble, boy, let me tell you. And the coldest thing out of everything, here come Russell Franklin, blowing the hole up. I'm trying to block him, he go right through me. And when he, you know, the quarterback, father was a coach. And he told me, you better fight him, you better do what you gotta do, but you better quit letting him hurt my son. His son's name was Daryl Spann.
Daryl Spann.
Yeah, and he didn't, but I just couldn't handle Rusty. He was just too strong for me.
Is that right?
Rusty was a professional player.
on.
Yeah, that Rusty, boy, I had a bad assignment. Block the middle linebacker.
Boy, look here.
Toughest man on the team.
Huh?
I used to fight him.
What position did David Sullivan play?
David played on the line with me.
He did?
Yeah, he played. I was the guard, he was the tackle.
Well, I know they was coming straight in.
And poor David, he was weak, man. I was on my own, man. I would try to block Rusty, but he was strong. I just started fighting him, you know. I say, I can't block him, I'm going to just fight him. Back then, I wasn't really scared of him or nothing, but he would tell me, that ain't football, Joe. I said, man, I can't let you hit Daryl, man. You know, I block with him, but 80% of the time, he'd blow right by me.
Joe, you went to Drew.
Yeah, I went to Drew.
Did you play on any of the Drew teams?
Yeah, I played on all the Drew teams. I played sports on Drew from the 7th to the 9th. I wasn't like none of the superstars, you know.
Was you gooder than Nolan?
Nowhere near Nolan. That was my older brother. He was an all-star. He could play everything. He was bone-legged. He was running kickoffs back. You know, yeah, Nolan was a bad boy. We played homeroom basketball. I played.
Why was Nolan tougher than you?
I don't know. He was just gifted, man. Nolan was built different. He had muscles in the 7th, 8th grade. I didn't get muscles until I went to high school, you know.
You know,
Nolan was, hey, you can't say nothing about yourself, Brian. You was a beast too.
No, but this is about you, Joe.
Yeah, okay.
I want to know about Joe.
Nah.
So did you ever make the Drew Royals team?
No, they cut at me every year.
The Drew Royals cut you every year?
First cut, I got cut.
You tried, though.
I tried, but they cut at me. Al cut at me.
Man,
Al Williams cut at me.
And your brother, he making the team.
He started. He was a top player, him and Casper Ware. Nathaniel Johnson. Carlin Johnson, Gregory Hawkins, all them guys was superstars. But I didn't make the first cut, so I can't really tell you, you know, about that team. I watched them. I was envious of all of them, you know.
Why, Joe?
Because they was like superstars. They had girlfriends. All the girls wanted the people that played sports. I never really had a girlfriend in junior high, you know.
Didn't?
Nah. No.
But you was liking them, though.
Yeah, I was liking them, but they wanted Nolan, Cash, you know. Nathaniel had green eyes. You know, I had a little natural. Nolan, them had real big naturals, you know. I never made that team. I tried all 3 years.
And you went all the way through Drew.
All the way. Drew was a bad school.
You didn't even get a girlfriend.
No, sir.
Man.
No. I told you who they wanted.
Yeah, they wanted them back then because they was looking good.
They didn't want them, they got them.
Yeah, they got them. They got them, Joe. That's kind of tough on the kid coming up in junior high, all the women looking at all the other boys and passing him up.
Yeah.
But you was a good, smart kid, though, Joe. You was doing good grades.
Yeah, I had them in the books, though. They couldn't mess with me in the books, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's why I had them at. You know, I was a bad kid, but I did do good in school. You know what I mean?
Good in school.
Yeah.
Joe, now tell me, after you played midget, you went over to junior bantam over at Bethune Park.
Yes, sir.
When you went to Bethune, where were you living at that time?
I moved to 58th and Central.
So when you played at Bethune, you was on 58th.
58th and Central from...
How you was still kicking it with us then?
I love that area, man. I never could forget 84th and Miramani.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
never can forget something like that. We played football in the streets. You know what I mean? Like we had pads on.
Right.
We had older people teaching us, you know. We had older people that was bad. But, you know, we got away with it, you know.
I'm going to tell you an incident. We all grew up together, but Joe was 2 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Right, Joe?
Yeah, and you, only thing was you outweighed me. You had to play with us. You couldn't play with the guys your size or your age. You couldn't play with them.
They ain't even give me a chance, Joe.
Brown, you wouldn't have made the weight, man. You was bigger than me, man. Come on.
You don't think I would have made the midget weight?
Nah, no way in hell.
Huh?
But you was on swole at 13, 11, 12. You was 12 playing with 13 and 14-year-old. And starting, not only playing, you was a running back.
Joe and Rusty talked me into playing junior bantam. Joe said I had to go. I don't remember having to go, but I went following them, you know, over to Bethune. And we was going out for the team. And that's some bad things. Like he said, Rusty was the toughest guy in the team. And they had a guy named Carl McCarter. These guys are a little older than me, and I wanted to be a running back, and I wanted to be a linebacker. And I'm one of the young kids on the team, right, Joe?
Yeah, but you was a natural running back, though. But the whole story was Butchie's mother bought him some brand new arm pads. So we in the locker room. I know I'm a suffer because Rusty looking at me, too. So he tell Butchie, let me wear one of them arm pads. Butchie told him, man, my mother bought me these. You can't wear these. I said, Brown, let the man wear the pads, man. Butchie said, nah, he ain't wearing my pads. So Rusty say, I see you and Butchie on the field. Me and Butchie was on the same side. I was playing tight end at the time. Butchie playing running back. So Rusty said, y'all gonna regret that. Not letting me use a pad. Butchie told him straight up. Butchie wasn't scared of him. Butchie say, man, I don't care what you do. You can't wear these. These brand new. I said, Brown, get that man them pads, man. He gonna kill us, man.
I'm telling you, man.
You know, let Brown finish the story.
Let me say this. We in the locker room, getting dressed, suiting up. You know, one of the things that at that time, playing for the sheriff, we had locker rooms, we had lockers, we had locks.
And they paid for everything.
It was really gave us a good feeling of either high school, college, or something like that, because we had it all. We getting dressed. Russell Franklin said, you know, Brown, let me wear them pads. And I was like, no, Russ, man, my mom just bought these, as Joe was saying. And Russ was kind of tough. He grew up with his big brother, Jimmy. What was his
Robbie.
But he had another brother.
Yeah, his other brother was a gangster.
Yeah, was a gangster. So it kind of made him a gangster.
Yeah.
But he was playing ball. And Rusty was smart, too.
Oh, Rusty was smart in the books.
Yeah, Rusty was very smart in the book.
Very intelligent.
So I told Russ, I can't let you wear the pads. And he said, well, I'm going to get you out there on the field, you know? And Joe was telling me, Brown, just give him the pads.
I said, give him one. I said, let him wear one, man. Because I'm standing with Butchie. Me and Butchie, you know, we boys.
Yeah.
I'm standing with Butchie. I'm like, man, you gonna make my job so hard today?
Look here, look. We go out to practice. Rusty on defense, he's linebacker.
Middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker. I'm the running back, right? And sometimes I get to play linebacker or outside linebacker. Rusty was after me all practice. I think he even hit me in the ass one time and gave me kind of like a little hip pointer or something. I don't know. I do remember that.
Man, you need to stop it. Rusty had to go through me to get you, and boy, did he get me.
Hey.
He was clipping me and everything.
Oh, yeah. Rusty.
I couldn't even, man, I was trying to block for Brown, but Rusty was mad that day. He was trying to kill me and Brown.
Yeah, he was a light man eater. He was almost like you ever seen Jack? What is that middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh?
Jack Lambert.
Jack Lambert. He ain't got no teeth. He was kind of he was light in the legs, but he had them shoulder pads. Yeah, that's how Rusty was.